All right, gang. Welcome back. First things first is make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you are enjoying the content. Check out the Squabble Shop. We got a bunch of merch here for you for those of you who want to support the channel. If not, join the channel and make sure you are, interacting with all the videos. I want to give a special thank you to my guy, Jordan Archer, who sent me a new processor. So shouts out to that guy. Shouts out to you. Much love, my guy. Much love. All right, so we got to go ahead and get back into the grift, okay? The grift is back. And your grift god is here. Okay, as you can see, I'm wearing the Squabbler shirt right now. Mine is blue. Shouts out to your boy. Okay, all my spirit chuckers and squabblers in the chat. Geoff Keighley needs to be stopped immediately. Okay, so we got to talk about this Game Award grift. Okay, so there's two things that's going on right now. Okay, first thing we got to get into is this whole DLC and expansion pack thing. When it comes to the grift awards, I mean the Game Awards. The fucking grift awards. Okay. My bad. Let me get back into it. Hold on. Let me fix this. Okay, there we go. All right. So this is coming from Wario64. As you can see, the Game Awards expansion packs, new game seasons, DLCs, remakes, and remasters are all eligible in all categories if the jury deemed the new creative technical work to be a worthy nomination. So basically, for those of you who don't know what this means, it means basically Elden Ring, the new DLC, is eligible for Game of the Year, basically. Okay. Fortnite Season 69 or whatever the hell is out is now eligible for what is it? Game of the Year. Okay, so that's what that means. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Game Award nominations are supposed to come out on Sunday. At least that's what we've been told. Okay. If that is the case, why would you make this change right now? Why not make it earlier in the year? My theory, and we talked about this on Saturday Night Hypnosis, is that they're coming to realize there aren't many Game of the Year contenders that aren't games for the chuds. That's what I believe. Can I get a Don DeMarco in this mother? Don DeMarco. That's just my personal belief. They're looking around at all of the games and they're thinking like, the games that they want to put as Game of the Year do not qualify for Game of the Year. For example, Dragon Age, okay? They really want to make Dragon Age Game of the Year. It is far from the Game of the Year, okay? They thought that Star Wars Outlaws was going to be a Game of the Year contender. It is far from a Game of the Year contender. And so as they're looking at the list, all of the games that would really qualify for Game of the Year are games that they don't want to put on a pedestal. We talking Black Myth Wukong. We talking Space Marine 2. We talking Stellar Blade. We talking Helldivers. I'm telling. That's what I believe. Now let's talk about the jury. Right? Hold on. Let me open up another tab with Twitter. Let's see the Game Award. Here we go. So watch this. This is coming from Grumps. The Game Awards is rigged from the start. 90% of the vote is from a voting jury. Guess who's on that jury? Pride, a web mag that doesn't even focus on games, exists solely to push activism. I wonder why they are on the panel. IGN, fans of everything is a 7, and Stellar Blade is killing women. NPR, famous of their neutral reporting and also little to nothing to do with video games. Kind of funny. Then we just get finished roasting them. God damn. Okay, nobody takes Kind of Funny serious. Absolutely nobody does. Who's Andy Cortez targeted? Yeah, we know that. PC Gamer, who just established the BS ADL report about Steam normalizing hate and extremism in gaming. None of this represents gamers or what gamers value. Most of these outlets have slandered gamers, gaslit them, or pushed for DEI in gaming. The Game Awards has really curious picks for their jury, and it has nothing to do with great games. It's not curious at all, in my opinion. These are the kind of people that they want in their games. You can't make this stuff up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
You can't make it up. Okay? It's not weird at all. Weird. It's not weird. So, here we go. Let's take a look at winners. So it says winners are determined by a blended vote between the voting jury, 90%, and public fan voting, 10%. Fans can vote for their favorite games on the Game Awards. In China, fans can vote on the winners via Bilibili. Fan voting closes on Wednesday, December 11th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Now, my question is, why would the fan vote only be 10% of the vote? Ask yourself that. Why would the fan vote only be 10% when we know goddamn well that we play more games than you guys do, and we actually complete the games. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. Now let's look at the. So here we have got IGN, Inverse. I don't know who Jeff Gersman is. Kind of funny. Like, come on now. The LA Times, MinMax, PC Gamer, Polygon, VentureBeat, The Verge. Let me find out Ash Paris opinion is being considered for a game of the year game. I can't believe I refuse. Touch Arcade, don't know who that is. What's Good Games? What is that, a podcast? Game Rant, NPR, Pride, Variety. Now here's the thing. I don't mind them having an input, but why is their input 90% of the vote? How is it? And I would love to talk to studios about this. How is it that y'all niggas take these niggas' opinions on video games more seriously than the people who actually buy the fucking games? Oh, language. Sorry. Give me some grace. Let me in. How is it that you let these people opinion matter more than the people who actually play the game? It just don't make no sense. All right. So there's that part. Now we got to get into the second part of the Game Awards. Okay. Your boy Geoff Keighley is on one, right? Geoff Keighley is now attempting to trademark Game Awards with the U.S. Patent Office, meaning no one else will be able to host an award show with the words Game Awards in it. Worse, he's emailing fans and requesting they file with the USPTO on his behalf.
Oh my God!
I don't see anything other than trying to shut down the chuds on this one. That's all I see. And the reason why we say that is because we know that your boy Stuttering Craig has created the Real Game Award, right? The Real Game Award. Now, why would you do this? Why are you trying to shut down the Real Game Award? I think it's because they're scared. Guys, this Gamergate, we've kicked their ass all up and down the gamer street. Every game that they championed, flop. Every game that we championed, home run. So why wouldn't that extend to the Game Award? To me, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple to me. They're trying to shut us down. Now, the interesting debate that we had on Saturday Night Hypnosis was whether or not this means you can't say the words Game Awards in your show, or it means that you can't do a Game Award show as a concept. Let's assume it's the former, right? For me personally, I think he's going to get away with this. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. As a matter of fact, if you watch my content for any amount of time, you know I'm not the pessimistic person. I'm usually the person who's a lot more optimistic. But to me, this just seems like something that's going to happen. I don't have no reason. I don't have like no facts to back that up. I don't know why. My first gut instinct tells me the reason why he did this is because he's pretty sure he's going to be able to do it, which means there will be no way to make a show called the Game Awards in any capacity. However, I think the easiest response to this, and this is my idea, the easiest response to that would just be to name your Game Awards show The Keigleys. That's right. I would do that shit in a heartbeat. Okay. I would do it in a complete heartbeat. Okay. And as we're unwrapping the Keigleys together, looking at each other like this, dancing on them. That's it. That's it. I would call it the Keigleys, and then under the Keigleys, the Real Video Game Awards Show for Gamers. Nowhere in there does it say Game Awards. The Real Video Game Award Show. No, I'm sorry. The Real Award Show for Video Games and Gamers. And then obviously I would spell Keighley different. You know, like KEELES, and just call it the Keigleys. Extremely petty, and extremely, go F yourselfish. That's what I would do. But let's say it's the latter, right? Someone on Saturday Night Hypnosis was pushing the idea that he's patenting the entire idea of a Game Award show, which means nobody else can do an award show centered around video games. That's the part that I highly doubt. I highly doubt that a person can have a complete monopoly on video game awards. That can't be real, right? Somebody let me know that can't be real. Somebody in the comments who know a lot more about this than I do, please let me know. You can't do that, right? Like, you can't say nobody else can make a video game award, right? And there's a lot of stuff that went on with this. A lot of them was saying that, if he gets away with it, then there's going to be like other avenues who was putting out their game of the year game who chose something different, and they're not going to be able to do that anymore. I don't buy that. I just believe we're talking about the phrase the Game Awards. If we're not able to use that, that's perfectly fine. We'll call it the Keighleys. Somebody tell Stuttering Craig to get at me. You know what I'm saying? We can get together, we can talk. You know what I'm saying? Because it was my idea. Mine! Okay? We call it the Keighleys, the real award show for video games and gamers. And in my personal opinion, I don't believe that we should absolutely cut off the media. Now, if they don't want to submit their opinion, they don't have to, right? But if IGN wants to put their opinion in, we'll take it into consideration. If The Verge wants to put their opinion in, we'll take it into consideration. But no, we're not doing no 90%, 10%, where the people who actually play and buy the games not get them free codes for the free ski and incentives. We're not doing that. We're not taking your word over theirs. Maybe equal to, maybe just a little bit under what the actual gamers say. But we're not considering your opinion to be 90% and our opinion to be 10. It's not happening. Also, I think that we should create a website, okay? Our own review aggregate website. This is my idea. I want to do this. Somebody get with me so we can do this, right? A review aggregate website that takes into account everyone, not just journalists, not just critics, not just YouTubers. What you do is when it's just like Rotten Tomatoes, except the fans, the audience chooses whose word matters the most. Content creators, when a game or a movie or a comic book or a book or whatever the case, they can submit their content, links to their content, whether it's a video, a podcast, an opinion piece, or whatever the case may be. They can submit their content to the website for the audience to come and choose whose words they take. So for example, let's say somebody like Skill Up, let's say the new Resident Evil game comes out and people want to know if it's good or not. They're going to have the option to come to the website and go to that particular game, and they're going to see a list of all content creators, journalists, and whoever who submitted content based around this. And they'll get to choose whose word they consider it. And when they're done, they watch it, they can leave feedback, or they can not leave feedback. They can either click on Skill Up, or they can click on IGN's opinion, or they can click on this Twitter journalist, or they can whomever, and they can choose to tip these people to support them, to keep them for submitting their work onto this platform. And instead of this arbitrary, only the journalists get an opinion, you submit your work here, and all of the fans come in. And that's where I think we should host the Keighleys. All the fans will choose. So it's not like this, and it's not like, and listen, you don't have to upload your videos on this website. Just put a link to your YouTube or your your Rumble or your Twitter. Maybe you only do videos on Twitter, whatever the case may be. You just submit your work here. It's like a hub for all of your work. If you want to know about this game, and then fans also get to choose, do I want to listen to long form content? Do I want to listen to short form content? Do I just want to read? Do I want to listen? They'll be able to change the categories for what they want to listen to or watch or read. And there'll be a rating system, not just for the content, the games, the movies, whatever. There's also be a rating system for the content creators. That way, after somebody reads your piece or watches your video or listens to your podcast, they'll be able to leave a rating. The higher your rating, the more your content will be put to the top of the website, so most people can see. So and then that way, the best content will always rise to the top. Now, who knows? You might come to the website and the best content might be the goddamn IGN again. Well, guess who decided that? The gamers did. The moviegoers did. So that's just my idea. I don't know what I would call it, but it is what it is. Somebody get with me. Somebody get with me who knows how to create websites. Let's do this. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. As always, may the grip be with you. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all join the channel in a couple minutes.
Fuck you.